I'm in a group because I really enjoy being in a group and playing music. And for me, like, the day spent here, we don't actually record anything, but we kind of play and we just like talk to each other. It's something that I've always wanted. It's like a really excellent way to live. It's a really good environment. I feel really lucky a lot of the time.
The current lineup of the band is Robert, Simon, me, Roger and Jason. Roger coming back.
Roger O'Donnell on keyboards, Jason Cooper on drums, Robert on vocals and guitar, and Perry on guitar, and me on bass.
Paul left to start painting, and then he ended up playing with Page and Plant. Boris's departure was a bit unexpected. I think he's playing in another group with his girlfriend.
Robert phoned me and said he wanted me to come over and play piano on 4 of the songs, and I said I'll be there tomorrow.
With regards to keyboards, it was all right because we knew who we wanted. It was just whether Roger wanted to come back, but sort of finding a new drummer was untapped territory. It was a bit, sort of took quite a while, but we found Jason, which is good. I don't know if he knows that he's in the group. I don't know if he knows who he is, actually.
Well, there was an advert in a paper called Melody Maker, and it was, I think the ad said, very famous band needs drummer, no metalheads. So I answered that.
It's like, I always say to people it's like being in a completely new band, but it virtually is the way personnel's changed around.
I really don't think it gets any better than this.
When Roger left before, it was quite sort of sad, really. I mean, there was a lot of tensions going on at the time, but now it's sort of older and wiser, and it's really good fun. It is a different atmosphere, and also with Jason being in it, it's sort of different components make it. It's still funny, but it's funny in a different way.
I think that almost the perception of the Cure is kind of that they're very sombre, sort of. But there's a lot of quite good jokes, generally good jokes. Sometimes not so good.
We did one demo session. We went away. Robert had written a couple of new songs when we went back again, and that hearing those songs was the first time when I had an idea of then what I thought the album would sound like, because he'd written some songs which were a different style than I'd heard before.
It sounds like The Cure to me. I mean, it sounds really good.
It's been very difficult arriving at the combination of songs for the album, because the album could sound completely different depending on, it's split pretty evenly between my original idea for the record, which is going to be very acoustic and like real strings and something quite an intimate sort of sound, and some of the other stuff which is very kind of loud, or sort of like rock. And there's this third element that's crept in of very kind of quirky, sort of strange songs, which like every fifth song tends to be.
Strange attraction spreads its wings. There is but the smallest things. You never know how anything will change. Strange attraction spreads its wings. It alters but the smallest things. You never know how anything will fade.
They are all really different. I mean, that's why the album's called Wild Mood Swings, because it does kind of like jump wildly.
The one song that sticks out for me that is really the key song to the record, I think, is called Bear, which is from what I wasn't around when the project started, but I think originally it was intended that the project would be very acoustic based and sparse with strings, real string sections, and Bear has still retained that feel, and I think it's a classic song, classic Cure.
Should let it all go. It never stays the same. So why does it hurt me like this when you say that I've changed? When you say that I've changed. Say I'm free.
It's very rare that I'll sit down and write a song, but gradually over a period of time you get enough material there, hopefully, you know, if you're living outside of a box, that you can pick up on things. I try and take things, if I read something that I really like, I just make a note of it as an idea for something, you know. I kind of write all the time. I'm not really for songs. I just write because I find it's a way of relieving my stress levels.
I ride into a town on a big black Trojan horse. I'm looking to have some fun, some kind of trigger happy intercourse. Brother America salutes you, says the bell on the door. We accept all major life below any kind of fraud. So go on and enjoy.
I've always really shied away from being a songwriter because I think then you start to observe life and people. You actually take part. You're always watching. I hate. I mean, I drink too much to be a good observer. Anyhow.
She follows me down to the sound of the sea, slips to the side and stares up at me. Is this how it happens? Is this how it feels? Is this how it stop or break? Is this how it stop or break?
I really like Due to Crash, and it's a really good song.
I think that's lyrically one of the best songs Robert's ever written. The words just work brilliantly.
Or maybe it's more like a moth to a flame. She brushes my face with her smile. Forget about stars for a while. She may. Meanwhile, millions of miles away in space, the incoming comet rushes Jupiter's face and disappears away to bury a trail.
Mood Swings, yes. I think it's aptly named.